That's how I knew. That's how I knew. That's how I knew. That's how I knew. That's how I knew that I was different. Yeah, Teddy, it's all about STEM. That's how I knew that I was different. Man, like the show, share the show, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm about to get a little busy. I'm gonna talk a little bit, but I'm gonna get it going on. But yeah, I did that video because um well it was inspired by um the integrity of science. And what I mean by the integrity of science is the fact that many people lose sight in these conversations that's being had on YouTube and Facebook and in people's private messengers and things like that. And a lot of times you have a group of people that'll front like they're scientific or science enthusiasts only to propagate a bigger mission for themselves. They really don't even care if you use proper research methodology. They don't even care if you're really scientific at all. To them, if it's not about a view or anything like that, then it makes no sense. So there's no true intention to actually teach and lead the people in the right direction. It's all cap. So I'm trying to figure out what all the fuss is about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this from a street level. If I got a problem with another guy, me and him got a problem, right? My problem is with between me and the other guy. My problem don't have nothing to do with anybody else. Me and dude got a problem. Until me and dude fix our problem, then me and dude will continue to have a problem. Unfortunately, we have people that are instigating the problem, gaslighting the problem, adding to the problem, misrepresenting the problem, assuming they know what's going on with the problem. And that is a problem. See, they throw a lot of slanderous things out. But if you really want to talk about the streets, when you open your mouth and speak on business that don't even pertain anything to you, you look sissified. You look real sissified. So while you feel like you gaslighting something, you really putting yourself in a very vulnerable position. So until those two people handle their situation, it's none of your business. And just because they don't want to do it on a live stream, don't mean nothing either. Or because you're propagating a three-way phone call just so you can know what's going on, that ain't gonna work either. Because the problem ain't with you. You ain't even included in this. There's a circle of people that should only be on the phone call when the two people have a conversation if that's necessary, because one person brought these other people into the issue. See, so the video again was inspired by recent events. What is your purpose? What are you doing it for? Is it for the hundred and something views or thousands of views or whatever the case may be? Is it for that? Or is it really about them babies and the future of people and moving the needle forward so that we can make sure we have the correct information? How do we know we got the correct information? It comes down to proper research methods and applying those research methods and models to our everyday life to solve real world problems. That's how I knew that I was different. because I believed in that. I believe in that and I stand on that. It's a reality for me. It's no longer a belief. It is something that I'm invested in until I die. And it has nothing to do with anyone else. It's my contribution to my people, whether it's received by 3, 4, 5, 15, 20, 100, 2,000, 10,000 people. Someone may appreciate what I've did during these trying times 100 years from now. Someone just may, my book sales may even increase more when I'm on my way out of here or if I transition. Am I satisfied with where they are right now? Absolutely. Them things was smoking. I was reordering bundles of books to get books out to people. You can ask Kofi. You can ask Chavis. You can ask Sutex, Teppenrod, T'Challa. I was constantly in the chat like, Kofi, I need to re-up. Get on the phone. We handle our business. I order some more books. So my video was absolutely inspired for forward movement and forward thinking and respecting the tool that science provides us to help us answer everyday questions. So what is all the fuss about? And to me and another man have a conversation, it's really nobody business because it's not even, it shouldn't even be a public thing, right? But some things were said in the public, and it is what it is. Some instigatings and poking and all of those things. It happens. It happens when you have uh two people that arguing from the A side about certain things of their perspectives, right? And neither one of them backing down. You gonna get that. You gonna get somebody pushed all the way to the brink of expressing their frustrations and their hurt through the burning of a book. Where was the other books at? You didn't burn no other books. But see, nobody thought about that. He has more books. He only burnt a book. What about the other ones? Why they didn't get gaslighted? But that's neither here nor there. See, what the real issue is the people that are instigating the situation in the background. It was brought to my attention a month ago that, man, hey, you need to talk to your brother. You call him your brother. You had this level of love and respect for him and blah, 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 blah. And I said, absolutely, you're right. I do need to talk to him. But right now I'm not, because he's instigating and he's muddying the waters. I don't want to have no conversation with anyone that's doing that. See, people don't really know the real. They're only going by what people are propagating, and then they're out here and conflicting things to create an agenda to make themselves look a certain way among the masses of their people. But that's neither here nor there. I'm only talking from what I have observed and based on what I know, because I'm in this situation. I'm not running from. And hell no, it ain't about no damn Dogon or Fukiao or no information. So, for everybody that is concerned about that, I appreciate it. But this lets you know who's really your friend and who ain't your friend, who's really representing you and who ain't representing you. I heard some slanderous things from a couple of people, and it's absolutely fine because I didn't know that you rocked with me anyway. I didn't even know who you are. Straight up. As a matter of fact, let me see if this is one of the people that actually called my phone. That was actually big up in me and telling me the way you did a good job on how you handled Unc and how you did this and how you did that. And then next thing you know, he leaves a comment in the chat and says, I switched up. Are you okay? I never switched up. Ever. Ever. right? And I can go on my phone. And before I went to Atlanta, I got a message from this person that says, uh, just checking in, family. I will check back later. And I told him I'm working presently. He says, okay, family, cool. Just checking in with you. Great show in Atlanta, King. Love and respect. I just got off and just wanted you to know I appreciate your scholarship. Much love. Then there's other messages regarding how I like the way that you handled them brothers on this, that, and the third. And you did a good job on this show. You did a good job on this show. I'm just trying to figure out, right, where your issue is. Because out of all the people, you shouldn't have no issue, Rich, at all. Because I ain't stopped fighting for the same things that I've been standing on, bro. And if you had an issue, you could have called my phone. You called my phone for everything else. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out what is all the fuss about. I don't have to have a conversation with people that I don't want to have to have. I don't feel like are qualified to have a conversation. First of all, let me explain that to y'all. This is how you qualify who's qualified to have a conversation with you. Do they understand your position? It is known to us today, and Brother Sutek can get on the panel, and Chavis can get on the panel, and they both would tell you that I clearly explained my position. Robert Rand can get on the panel, and he could tell you that I clearly explained my position the other day. Clear. But you have two people that are doing shows and slandering my name, acting like I don't know his position, and then making claims saying that, oh, so you think that they did this or did that? If you knew my position, you wouldn't make a claim or assume anything on me. But our dear brother Sheffrin made a claim. Dear brother Sheffrin said this: the white man gave them that knowledge. Where's the proof for that? He says he believes because of the era and time when they were having these conversations that the white man did that. So where is your evidence? Where's your primary source for that? See, I don't have to prove anything. That's why I keep on thinking about what y'all said on Kofi Pai's show. So when you say certain things, I look at it a different way and I be like, well, maybe he's just trying to disabuse himself of his own pseudoisms again because he's the one making claims. I'm not making claims. I had him on the show and I was asking him questions and I was writing down where he had contentions. And when Sirius B came up, you never said none of the shit about Sirius B. But then you go on a whole nother show and you start bumping your gums about other things. The only thing that you said about Sirius B was it was a myth that led to their teachings of a companion star and that they did not observe it in nature. That's what you said when Sirius B came up. Those are your exact words. But I didn't lie on you. You went somewhere else and you started running amok. Then you start saying that and you also said on the show that the white man gave them that. So the burden of proof is on Sheffrin because he made the claims. See, I played you all the way along to ride out a 2.5 hour conversation so that I can identify where you're really at in this conversation. And you were scared to actually identify where you was really at. Not me, because it wasn't on me. I was looking for contentions. You said that I was playing it safe. I don't know how you come to that conclusion. I'm asking you questions so that I can find the contention in a very polite way. I thought we had a respectable conversation. You're absolutely correct, Sutek. But the problem is here is that they don't know how to identify claims and they have a comprehension problem. So it goes back to their short attention spans, meaning that if it's not a TikTok video right? They can't consume the knowledge. I'm gonna talk a little shit too, by the way. So you know what I mean. People don't think that I can't have fun with it. Like I might, like I'm just always serious or uptight about something. That's furthest from the truth. But my thing is this: you said that Grill gave them that information. You got some proving to do. That's why I said I bet you 100 racks that you can't prove it. Really, I bet you 100 racks on the whole topic and get your buddies and your cronies because I know for a fact that y'all don't even know how to identify claims and y'all ain't gonna deal with the things that are necessarily needed to disprove it. You're not trained to do so. The leadership is lousy. That's me talking crazy again. But it's true. The leadership is lousy. He said alligator skin. Boy, you cry. But I'm just saying in general, like real talk, like let's think about this, right? For a month, you know, we arguing at each other. You know what I mean? We're arguing at each other, which is one of the problems, but I'm identifying it and I'm calling it what it is. We're arguing at each other, and part of the initial argument from the beginning was, can we extract the actual Dogon claims? You want to insert other claims when we're talking about weight and all of that stuff. Like we knew where the weight stuff was coming from. We had that conversation. The problem is that none of y'all wanted to do the actual work, which is read to extract the actual claims out of the book, The Pale Fox. Now, there's two places to get the claims. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to help y'all out today. See, I wasn't just gonna sit up here and just talk. Oh no, I wasn't finna do all of that. Nope, I wasn't finna do that at all. I wanted to make this a teaching moment. I said what I said earlier about, oh boy, right? Everybody just need to stay out of our business and let us tend to that when I feel the need to tend to it because I'm not on his time. He muddied the waters. So he lost any control of having a conversation. But it is what it is with that. So let me, right? Let me help people out. I want to show people where you can go identify the claims. And then, Sheffrin, you made another boo-boo. But we ain't trying to chastise you for your boo-boo because we know you're still disabusing your pseudoisms. And that's absolutely fine. Ladies and gentlemen, here's one place where you can go and extract any claims that Grill makes or asserts, or you can see for yourself what this man, a conversation with Ogatumale, an introduction to Dogon religious ideas. That's one place. Where's the other place can you go to extract the actual claims? Anyone else knows? Come on now. Oh, it's behind here. The what? The who? The freaking pale fizzle. You can go here and you can extract claim. This is what I mean. You got to do the work, right? Proper research methodology. Having to utilizing your tools to be able to educate and advance the conversation. So if you got a point of contention, you got to go find out what the claims are. Nobody wanted to do that work. People wanted to skip steps. And when they skipped steps, they went right into Van Beek's argument. Well, Van Beek says, or this person says, who is using Van Beek as well. They think that because they use a different white person that's arguing against Grill and Dietland, that's a new person that's arguing against them. No, bro. The arguments that these people are using are Van Beek's argument. They just add a little sauce to the conversation. So you're appealing to authority without qualifying your source. And in appealing to authority, you never knew that Van Beek was in an adjacent village and not in the same village as Grill, which is a realistically a problem among scholarship. What do I mean by a problem among scholarship? Is because the villages operated differently. The villages also had different worldviews in some aspects of what they taught, because each village has a Hogon, a head, a person with this body of knowledge that transcends down and deliberates itself throughout the communities, right? So you got to go now, you got to go look at their social order, the pecking order. I'm giving you all the tools. I'm not dismissing nothing. I'm walking people through how to politely assert themselves into a discussion if they really trying to deal with this scholarship. Not sit on a fucking live stream, hit the live button, talk crazy, spend 2 hours talking about me, and another 30 minutes talking about supposedly the goddamn Dogon, and then turn around and talk about some damn pseudos. I'm not telling y'all what to talk about. I'm just telling y'all you wasted your time. Clearly. Here's why you wasted your time: because you never properly identified my position, which I provided to you in clarity on the show that we did, that I really thought was a beautiful conversation, because we didn't have to argue with each other. We neither one of us had an ego. Neither one of us was acting better than the other. So what? I knew you had some sources. I had some too. I didn't pull them out. I wanted to know what the contentions was. I was more tapped into knowing your position and what you were going to claim on the stream versus me telling you anything. And the reason being is because we can pick each one of your claims apart. I'm willing to do the work that you're not. That goes for anybody. It's levels to this shit. I wasn't trying to embarrass or sucker anybody into anything. I was like, you know what? Long as he cool, I'm cool. We're gonna have a conversation. It's gonna be able to help us go in a direction. We're gonna figure out if we need to debate things or do anything else. We wasn't gonna be in no room to microwave shit. Why we wasn't gonna be in a room to microwave shit? Because what you tried to do was microwave, but all I had to say was your source wasn't even in the same village, bro. You need to reevaluate your source. You need to go look at the social order of the Dogon. You got to go look at the anthropolitical work. You got to go actually see where Grill was and where Van Beek was. You're dealing with two different people who are providing knowledge to people. Then you're dealing with someone that was there so long that he got initiated and the other person wasn't initiated. And he was trying to do some rework that Grill had done before. So he was looking for the flaws in Grill's work. He was just one of those people who just couldn't believe that black people could come to some type of forethought that can help them understand the universe. That ain't the only source. That ain't the only source I got. That ain't the only other source I got. I advised you to go look at Dogon art. You said you needed something that predated Grill. Well, guess what? We have an artifact that predates Grill that deals with Dogon cosmology way before he even comes into the picture. And they're talking what they're talking, and they're identifying with the cosmos and the star systems and all of that. And naming the stars and developing all of that. But you ignored that. I'm trying to listen. I'm not trying to make people's minds up or convince people. I'm trying to help people see things clearly on how to come to a honest conclusion, not appeal to authority and yield someone else's conclusion. Van Beek's conclusion can't be yours because you never did the frontline work. No, you're not. I don't expect you to read a bunch of books, but it's 5, 6, 7, or 8 of y'all over there. You mean to tell me between all of y'all that y'all can't cover a 118-page art book, that y'all can't cover a 283-page book, that y'all can't go look at the conversation between uh Grill and Ogatumale, which is a 246-page book. You mean to tell me that one of y'all can't take 30 pages, another person take 30 pages, another person take 30 pages, another person take 30? You mean to tell me y'all can't do that? Y'all had plenty of time to do that. But what y'all are more focused on, it seems, is instigating a bigger beef between me and Bobby. That was more entertaining to y'all than to actually going and doing the goddamn work. And now everybody got a motherfucking problem. And you keep regurgitating the same old dumbass motherfucking statements. That's me talking my shit again, just for the listening audience and people who don't properly understand that I'm actually just talking crazy right now. But in all honesty, you didn't want to go do the work. You wanted to skip steps. Since when do we be science enthusiasts and science advocates and we skip steps to come to a proper conclusion that we just all of a sudden we just agree with this source? So we just agree with this source that'll say black people can't do shit like that. Since when? Since when? You sound like a slave owner. You sound like you sound like a house nigga. My nigga. Straight house nigga. We develop a light bulb or the little piece that actually can make a light, right? You gonna tell us that we didn't do that? We came up with peanut butter or something like that. You gonna tell us that we didn't do that? We create something that can help a car. We develop just. I'm just hypothetically throwing shit out there. We can develop a new car that can fly. You'll be the type of nigga that'll come up and say, "Man, no, they didn't do that." And to have the nerve to sit on the SESU channel and say most of the stuff that we're regurgitating and perpetuating in the community comes from white people, you're absolutely correct. But you're also doing the same thing by perpetuating that information that white people are giving. That stigmatism that black people couldn't have been that much extraordinaire and they're looking up at the sky. The sky was, and I hate to steal this from my brother, but the sky was their TV. Nature was their TV. Nature and the universe entertained people to the tune of they developed the cosmology and mythology around their natural world. You said that they couldn't observe this through nature. See, this the silliness in your contentions, my good dear brother. But there goes the problem again. Y'all was so fixated in trying to keep the shit up between me and Bobby that you didn't want to go do the homework. So if anything is over the Dogon, this is over the Dogon. Your lack of wanting to go do the work on the Dogon failed you because you were more invested in turmoil. You were more invested in keeping the shit up. And I'm not specifically saying Sheffrin, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just set the record straight for that. I'm not gonna put all of that. I'm not gonna put the onus totally on Sheffrin. I don't know what part or what role he may have played in. I haven't seen shows, but you know what I mean. When I get clips and things of that nature, people know where I'm pointing to. And this is ultimately the problem. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you that are just now joining us exhibit A, B, and C. Okay. I inserted this into a discussion with our dear brother Sheffrin the other day. And as I said before, I say it again, it was a beautiful conversation, had no ill wills, no problems, felt no type of way. But as soon as he left the damn Mossy and got around them fools, he act like he done lost his damn mind. So again, If you want to do the work on the Dogon, right? If you're going to disprove something, you got to start here. So I need you to prove your claim that Grill provided that knowledge about Sirius B to the Dogon. That's your claim. I didn't make that claim. You continue to say that that's your claim. All I got to do is say you got to prove that. Just because I say you got to prove that don't mean that I stand on one side or the other. Doesn't mean that, because I made my position clear. But you just made it even more interesting when you said that you believe that Grill imposed this on the people. So now you got to go do all the work. You got to go see what Grill created their language. You got to go see what Grill inserted these things. You got to go see when their cosmology and mythology and their artwork. You got to go deal with that. I ain't got to do that. I don't have nothing to prove. So I can bet you any amount of money that you can't demonstrate that Grill did that. And you can, it's 8 of y'all. You mean to tell me that y'all ain't got $8,000, $10,000 a piece? 12,000, 15,000 a piece? Y'all ain't got no 401ks y'all can borrow from. Y'all can't sell no cars. Y'all ain't got shit of value to get your money up. That's me talking my shit again. This is one of the sources. But I just find it mighty interesting that y'all didn't want to deal with the sources. The man got a whole conversation with this dude, bro. And in this, you don't even know what this conversation is. So I'm asking what I'm asking because it's a qualified question. It is. You ain't read none of this work. No, you haven't. You haven't. You haven't. You ain't looked to try to extract anything would be any of significance to the Dogon cosmology and where they get all their shit from. Africans can't create anything on their own merit or define themselves no more to a bunch of people who assume that they're primitive and ain't did this, that, or the third. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna yell and cuss, bro. You know what I'm saying? My kids trying to go to sleep. I mean, I'm gonna talk my talk, but that's my problem is that they don't want to do the work. They wanted to read one person's conclusion, Van Beek. Van Beek is used by other people to try to dismiss Africans in some way and blame Grill for this insertion. So you have to prove that Grill introduced this shit to the people. But instead of focusing on what you believed, which would be a good research question, you were worried about causing friction between me and Bobby instead of checking him on his bullshit like real friends would do. All right, Uncle, I think you might have went too far, bro. Chill. If you don't say nothing about Sean, he ain't gonna say nothing to you either. He asked you several times to stop saying his name, so stop giving the attention, and he gonna leave you alone. That's all I did was I did ask for that. I did. I did in the chat. Y'all seen it in the chat. Everybody know. It was in Smash Chat. I said, leave me alone. Just leave me alone, bro. I asked him several times on another show. Leave me alone, bro. Don't even say my name. Just leave me alone. But y'all wanted to keep that shit up instead of doing your homework. Instead, y'all want to sit on y'all shows, go live, cut the clippers on, turn the barbershop sign on, and gossip. And then instigate. And then say, well, what is his position? I'm confused. I still don't know where you stand on this subject matter. What did he really say? Is he defending it? Is he defending it? Do he really believe that? Is he doing what he handling white man pseudoisms? Prove it. Prove it. Prove that you understand my position. Prove that I am in support of white people. Prove it. Stand on something. Prove it. I bet you can't demonstrate it. And I don't care how emotional, some people get about certain things. I ain't in it. I'm not in it for that. I ain't in it for none of you niggas. I'm in it because I made a commitment to advance black people forward, utilizing a tool to help them solve real world questions that they have. To instill in someone proper research methodology so that they can answer these questions and feel confident about them. See, everybody don't want to deal with the facts. They ignore it. I don't come on, I don't go live, and then I don't try to get in front of a big enough audience to control the narrative. That's not my thing. But what is my thing is what me and Bobby got going on is nobody else's business. Why are y'all so invested in the turmoil between me and him? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I challenged you niggas' methodology. And I said I had a problem with it from the gate. And y'all keep inserting yourselves in conversations where you don't want to read, where you don't want to do the research, and you don't really want to learn. There's a term that Brother Black Panther dropped on Chavis today. And the uniqueness of this term is quite fond. I'm quite fond of this because it puts everything into perspective for me even more. The term is called agnoskology. It is the study of the unwillingness or inability to learn. I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm even going to pull up a PDF. So when I'm asking what is all the fuss about, now I'm starting to see what all the fuss about. Lazy mofos don't want to do the work to learn. I'm going to stand up, defend, and protect Africa. Where Africa is wrong, I'm going to say where they're wrong. I'm going to say where they made advancements. I'm going to say where they were in their ignorance and they needed help out of this situation. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to romanticize. That's not my thing. Agnotology. Y'all know anything about this? This is a 21-page book. I should give this to people who would like to read. However, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that people will read. And that ain't the book that I was looking for. All right, so let me make sure. I think I spelled the word right. Agnotology, yeah. I spelled the word right. I'm gonna give y'all this book for anybody who want this book. It's only 21 pages. You can't do nothing with it. But I'm gonna give y'all the basic understanding of this word. Within the sociology of knowledge, agnotology, formerly known as agnotology, is the study of deliberate, culturally induced ignorance or doubt, typically to sell a product or win a favor, particularly through the publication of inaccurate and misleading scientific data. More generally, the term also highlights the condition where more knowledge or of a subject leaves one more uncertain than before. But that's one word. We still looking for another word. But what I'm trying to let people know is this, man. Like, y'all can't be this lazy, bro. You can't be this lazy. Why I keep pulling that up? 1 second. So the point of this is simply to stay on par with everything that's going on. It's just the honest truth. Yeah, that's my dog. That's Tyson. He going ham over there. Chavis said, "I got the real book. It's more than 21." Ah, okay. You locked and loaded. But yeah, Tyson going crazy over there. Tyson, Tyson. Watch this, y'all. Hold up. Let's shut him up. You snoring, my guy. Stop all that snoring. He can't help but hear English bulldog. He gonna snore. He said the dog got sleep. Facts. Tyson got sleep apnea. You should see him right now. He mad. I woke him up. I shook the cage on his behind. Cause I'm right where he at. I'm in his room. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Well, I made it his room. But nah, in all fairness, man, people are so worried about trying to keep the shit up that they don't even want to read the books really to help them understand the conversation, because there's a lot of mistakes that happen when people don't read. So when y'all skip steps, you didn't understand that dude wasn't in the same village. Dude had some errors in his research. Dude couldn't advance. He couldn't get the level of knowledge that other dude got because he wasn't who the other dude was. It's just a simple fact. And then you call Africans primitive. And you just feel like they can't do something because they don't have modern technology. Modern technology does not solve all things. There's still things that modern technology that has not answered. But there are things that modern technology has, guess what? Confirmed. So that when they didn't have the tools, years later, when they had the tools to be able to confirm their hypothesis, they utilized the tools. People still think the Dogon said they saw Sirius B. That's a damn lie. We clearly sit there and said this on the show the other day that the Dogon did not see it. They said they realized there was a companion star because something was pulling on it from an observatory perspective, but also some other intricate pieces. I don't want to get too far in it because Chavis has a presentation that he's going to take everybody through, and he's going to actually demonstrate some things and answer some questions. And then there may be still, even after answering those questions, there'll be more questions similar to the Kemet stuff. Sheffrin, you fighting too many battles. You want to keep talking about Kemet. You want to argue about the Dogon. You want to argue about the Congolese. You want to be everywhere arguing with people. Notice all the bills that I just mentioned, you're invested in negating those people. I do get it though, but see, that's what I'm saying. As soon as I say something like that, then it goes back to the statement that you made on the show that you're still trying to work out your pseudoisms. You're trying to disabuse yourself of your own pseudoisms. So now I'm like, okay, so I know he ain't studying because he trying to argue about what the Congo knew or don't know, what the Dogon knew or don't know. By the way, y'all asserted the Dogon into the equation. I never did. Y'all inserted the Dogon into this bull junk improperly, goalpost moving, fallacy style. Y'all did that, and then y'all never did the homework on it. So guess what Sean did? Start pulling apart y'all sources because I said that's what I would do. So what sources are they utilizing? And demonstration beats conversation. And I did that. And then your boy knew the whole time. And you mean to tell me that he didn't tell y'all that? And Zinga, right, right. So the Congo and Zinga, Kemet, the Dogon, like, yeah, as soon as y'all step foot in and start talking about Africa, that's why the issues persist. But you're supposed to be the historian, the historical one. That's what we were told by one of your members, that Sheffrin is responsible for having the historical narrative, and other people had their strengths was elsewhere. So I'm trying to realize what do you give Africans credit for? That's a better question. What do you give Africans credit for? What accomplishments could they have? Did they accomplish in that time? Apparently, they didn't do shit. So you just projected and imposed your perspective on these people without even properly understanding what's going on with them. Because you believe, just like the racist Arab, just like the racist Eurocentric worldview, that these people were primitive, that they were worthy of being enslaved, manipulated, sold, and treated like shit. That's what you believed. So when you went through all your bull jive, your boy didn't even give you the right pieces of the puzzle that you actually needed. All of y'all came up with this conclusion based on Van Beek. Chavis argued with one of your buddies on it. Another one of your buddies regurgitated the same thing. You're regurgitating, and y'all are just repeating Eurocentric racist ideology. And that comes from bad research methodology, fathered by a person who says their number one advocate is science. Science solves all everything. Well, if science solves all everything, why the fuck y'all not using the tools? See, that's me again. I'm talking my shit. And it's sad that I gotta sit here and disseminate when I'm talking my shit and when I'm just really trying to teach people along the way, because we got some people that's all of a sudden, and I'm really finna say this, they can't take it no more. They can't take it that I'm doing to them what they did to people for 10 years. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, now you playing with my business. Now you playing with my food in my family mouths. Now you doing all this. Bullshit, nigga. I can go back 10 years and show you where you was talking shit about people for 10 years, messing up their money, messing up all kinds of things for them, player. But it was okay then. It was okay for you to talk a little shit. But then when it's done unto you, you got a whole problem. But that's another story and another topic for another time, and it don't have nothing to do with what all the fuss is about. See, there goes the problem again. Everybody wants to instigate a beef between me and dude. When the truth of the matter is, after I say what I say and he listen, that he's going to realize, okay, I failed you here, or I made a mistake here, or I did this here. Because he already said one thing on Garfield's. I don't want him I don't want him doing this because he gonna have other people thinking they gonna do all this. So I gotta do this and yeah, whatever. You stopped us from having a conversation after you begged everybody else that was around us to tell me that you want to talk to me. And then you get on that dude's show and stick your chest out and then act like you ain't did none of that. Like your feelings wasn't hurt or nothing. Your feelings were still hurt. I heard you. I get a pain in your voice. I'm not instigating you right now. I'm just being real. I heard it in you. It took all of that to get you to finally act like you was hurt when everybody else knew that you was hurt. That was around us, but everybody that wasn't around us, they didn't know. Not even the people that you go and do lives with. They didn't know the shit that these other people know because nobody said that to them. It was none of their business. So what is all the fuss about? Him and me is him and me. It's not me, him, X, Y, and Z. Although he brought other people in it that hit me up trying to figure out what's going on, that just wouldn't take his side, that says, let me call Sean for myself and see what's going on. And when they called me and I laid down some of the arguments and then some of the other stuff and then the other things that was going on, then they realized, I don't even want to say that part. But it's none of y'all business. Garfield had no business going to do a whole show. Listen to me. He sent me a message and asked me what was going on at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I didn't respond. I didn't even hit the video. He was the person that shared the video to me. I didn't hit the video. He called my phone. I didn't answer. He texted me. I didn't reply. Then I hit the video to see that it was on Sonetta's, which is a problem because I don't even watch Sonetta. And I just hit play. When I hit play and start seeing him out by that grill and trying to get that fire going and start ripping that book apart and start singing, it was the singing that did it for me. The singing. Man, if y'all ain't seen that video and hear this dude sing, this dude was singing all kind of songs. It was funny. It was funny as hell. And then the more it kept playing and the longer it got, his feelings began to show. And then the hurt, you could see the hurt. So at first it was a joke and it was to spite me and to be disrespectful as possible. That's the only way that he could do it, right? He couldn't do it no other way, right? Because he couldn't overcome some of the funny things that I was actually doing. What you need a link for, Sandiata? You mean a link to the show? Okay. Hit me up on Facebook. And that was a problem. But hey, look, man, I didn't take offense. I didn't. I wanted him to feel good about himself. If he could have felt good about himself after that. Because remember, he contributed to that book. He's the forward. His name's in that book several times. So he did that to himself. He burned a piece of himself in that video. And y'all don't see that. Nobody think that far. When he lit that grill, he burned a piece of himself. Yo, I can demonstrate that if you don't believe me. Don't worry about the slap. Don't worry about that part. Dude, I done been to New York and I done been on Harlem and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I done been around what dude could have been around. But that's a whole nother topic. He just talking. My whole thing is this though, right? He burned a piece of himself. Cause he the one who gotta sit down and then he gotta go look back at that shit and he gotta come to grips with, man, why the hell did I do this shit? And then he spoon fed it. He spoon fed it to his friend because he knew his friend got an issue because I don't let him call women bitches in the chat. And see where's the little girl at? Where she at? Where Mika at? I didn't first of all, knowledge born, I didn't go far to hurt him. See, people keep on saying, why would I go that far to hurt him? Y'all don't even know what he did to me. And I think that's part of the problem. But what he did to me is not y'all problem. You see what I'm saying? What he did to me, I didn't make known. I didn't make public. I didn't say to anybody. There's a few people that know, and then there's other people that don't that know a little bit more than the other people. I got a list. I can run it down, but it's not everybody's business. I'm not going to go on those platforms to talk about it in front of those people. So now I got all these people that don't tune into my shows to hear me talk shit about him. That's bullshit. I got people sending me friend requests just because they know something's going on between him and me and they want to be in the loop or they want to be on my side. That's bullshit. I didn't even accept them. I declined the friend request. I saw the messages. I didn't even respond to them because I know what these people agendas is. But those are things that y'all don't know. But let's put two and two into perspective, knowledge born. Unc said a whole lot of hurtful shit throughout his career to people. He messed up a lot of people's money along the way as well. He did some real damage to those people because he asked them to do one thing, source up. When they couldn't source up, he went on a full attack. He was all guns a blazing. Like for real, for real. Correct. Sutek said it best. It's all the deflection from the info. All of it. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. But if you're trying to instigate me and then I respond, I'm wrong. I shouldn't have responded. I just should have let you make a fool out of yourself. I played along with it because I know that he with the shit. We both with the shit. There's no hiding the fact. We both will instigate one another for a reaction. It just so happened that he couldn't make me react the way that he wanted me to react. And I made him react. I controlled his emotion. He weak. No offense to him, no disrespect. But I controlled his emotions. I made him react. I forced his emotions to behave in the manner that it did. And the dummy burned a piece of, not realistically, but he burned a piece of himself to try to disdain me. And it didn't work. Unfazed. I was so unfazed that I was laughing my ass off. I couldn't believe he made an idiot out of himself. And then I just kept listening, and then I heard the hurt in it. So then I dialed it back. I said, wait a minute. He hurt. You keep saying you thought we was cool. Who said that we wasn't cool? Have you ever seen two brothers fight? Nah, bro. Look, hold on. Let me cut my camera on. You see my face? Look at me. Look at me. I'm not hurt. I'm not bothered. I'm nothing. It don't mess with my money. It don't bother nothing I got going on. And when I get off this live, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch TV and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Then I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna do this shit again the next day. Minus the live and minus being included in anything else. I wasn't hurt. You can ask people around me. I was laughing. my ass off. I was beyond the frustration with him 2 weeks ago. Now, two weeks ago, you would have saw a different me. I would have reacted and behaved a little bit differently 2 weeks ago. But I was unfazed because yesterday I wasn't doing nothing but trolling him. That's where the B-side Bobby come from. Then I started being creative with that. I started making the little memes. A-side Unc versus B-side Bobby. I was having fun with it. It was, to me, it was fun. And I made sure that people sent them to him. And his response from those was to go burn a piece of himself. This is just for you, now. This is just for you, because you don't come over here. So I know you over here for the bullshit. All right, so this how far, right? Y'all think. Y'all don't think far. If I had a problem, right? If I had a problem, why this nigga in my book? This book ain't even out yet. Why in my book? If I was hurt, if I was really mad, all those things, why would, huh? Why would he be in my book? Oh, you don't believe me? You just thought I just put his name in there? Ask him if he wrote it. What it say? What it say over there? Bro Unc. I was trolling him. I got all the way under his skin. Only a fool would think that I could take a company from him. That wasn't the perspective. Like, literally take a company from him. That's the dumbest shit on the face of this earth. Literally take a company from him. There's no way you can do that. No way possible. He can sue your butt off of that. He filed a business license. Some exchange gotta take place for that. Oh, I'm sorry. Most people in the community, they don't own businesses. So they don't know how certain things operate in certain aspects. So they don't know the seriousness or whatever in the matter because of that. I get it and I understand it. Some people are ignorant of the fact. I get that. What I mean by taking his business is because his business name is Abjuware, right? Remember, I was the person that started infusing the Bobby into the equation. When he would go live, I would say, your name is no longer Unc, your name is Bobby. And I said it so much so that he got angry on a show one day, right? And said, you think I'm scared to embrace being called Bobby? I'm Bobby from Baltimore. You know, that's when he starts popping his shit, talking crazy. I'm Bobby from B-more. I can do this, do this. Y'all don't remember that. See, I do. Because I'm in it. That's why what we going through ain't none of y'all business. And you sitting over here, why you capping for some shit you don't even know nothing about? You just running them up. You don't know. And because you don't know, I don't fault you. You just don't know. And it's cool, bruh. You don't know. So when I said I was taking the company from him, Abjuware, I made the man literally change his name. Who do you know can make this dude change his name? He built his name. He became Bobby Banger from Baltimore. That's who he became, aka Brother Unc. He was no longer calling himself that. You hear Smash saying Bobby Banger, otherwise known as Unc. You heard Wu Jawu say it. All these people are saying it now because he's going by Bobby. You didn't get him to change his name to Bobby. Them niggas didn't get him to change his name to Bobby. I did. I took his name from him. I did. I said, you don't care nothing about that name. Your name Bobby. I said Robert. He was like, no, Bobby. I said, okay, Bobby. That's what we calling you. We calling you Bobby. Y'all wasn't doing none of that. So then it went from there to he stopped using the Real Black Atheism YouTube channel. Why would he do that? It's because prior to all of that, I went at him about his definition of real black atheism and how he defined it. But what I didn't do is go farther enough to show people what I was getting at in his book, because other people would take that and use it against him and try to attack him. So I went at his book, said, hey, you got some shit in the book you need to get rid of. Not you niggas. I did. Because I started recognizing a pattern and behaviors. So then I went to this book. And then all of a sudden, he supposedly is trying to rewrite that book, update it, make some changes to it. So I mocked him. Captain Petty. As my boy Offscript say, Captain Petty, Sergeant Smoke. I'm with the shit. I know he with the shit. So we ain't gonna do nothing but keep butting heads and be like, all right, okay, I'm ready to talk to you. But I ain't ready to talk to him because he got people that's associated with him that's instigating the shit, that's keeping the shit up. Therefore, it's hard to have a conversation with him, and he don't listen to nobody but himself. But that's none of y'all business. I shouldn't even be saying that to any of y'all. But because a question was asked to me, I answered it. I'm not going to answer the other stuff like what's the real issues, because that's not none of y'all business. It's between me and him. And you know, when I came up with the B-side Bobby, I was ready to print some shirts. The only problem is my my person to do my clothing line and stuff for me, he didn't want no part of it. Or I would have had the B-side Bobby shirts. If you look at my Facebook post, I was being real. I said he's instrumental in Black history, gave him some props, all of that. I wasn't joking. I was dead ass serious. I ain't like him. I don't need to discredit you to make my joke work. I don't have to do that. I got really good material for all you people who think I don't have any type of personality. To say that I just read you to death and make you bored and the whole 9 yards. But see, reading is fundamental. And when you don't read something, you come to these faulty ass conclusions that my brother Sheffrin came to, continues to come to. Also shows he lacks comprehension. Not only him, but other people that are surrounded by him. The same people who just sit there on the whole live stream and talk shit. See, it's just me. It ain't 8 other people on the panel with me. It's just me. It ain't 6 other people on the panel with me saying the same thing about one particular person. It's just me. I don't want nobody else saying nothing because they ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just me. So if you want to punch me in the face, you know what I'm saying? You want to, it's right here. I'm from the projects, bruh. I came up fighting. I ain't backing down from nobody. But between me and him, it ain't even going that far. Come on now. The man made my whole family. Sat at the table with him and broke bread. So it really ain't that serious to me. It just got that serious to him, which is cap. And I'm telling you that. And I said, I know you listening right now. You got serious because I got more petty than you, and you can control it. Because you really just want to get on the phone and talk to me, and all the shit would have been dead a long time ago. But you let other people instigate it, and we are where we are. And I still don't stop loving you. You can be mad all you want. I ain't even mad. I was mad 2 weeks ago. I ain't mad no more. You miss my madness. I'm in disbelief this week. This is my week of disbelief. Although other people have been trying to implant this is who you is on me, I'm in disbelief. I'm not really trying to listen to outside people say what they got to say, although it might align with you being you, my guy. So when it comes to the Dogon, that's a pump fake. That's why you got to leave Unc out of the situation, because that's a distraction. Remember, I didn't never make anything personal. Everything that I did was about the information. Everything. The only thing that I did was mock those two dudes who was in their feelings early, and that was Sheffrin and Corey. And then I ignored Kent. Kent unfriended me on Facebook. I didn't unfriend Kent. He unfriended me on Facebook. Now, let me tell you why he unfriended me on Facebook. Because I ignored his messages and I would not reply to his messages because he was on some bullshit. Straight like that. And he didn't understand the claims. And he could have been too intoxicated to understand those things. But it didn't mean anything to me. I just ignored him and the noise quit. He was no longer allowed. He wasn't showing up in my notifications. I ignored his messages. I sent him to the that other box that Facebook got where you can't even read people messages. I sent him there. And I don't get his messages. Exactly. People love drama. And instead of focusing on all right, so instead of focusing on the information, which is where we've been this entire time with these people, they focused on, oh, Unc, he doing you dirty. He's saying this. Did you hear what he said? Instigating. Oh, yeah, man. What a big one. Oh, yeah, boy. Man, man. Come on now. Bro, come on now. You're correct. I ain't listen. All good advice. I've heard all the good advice. Did nobody give me better advice than Ben? Ben gave me the best advice. He said I don't have to respond to nothing, but I responded anyway. He said I had to do something else, but I did it anyway. So I'm the only person to blame for anything that I'm in because I just should have let it do whatever it's gonna do. I don't have to say anything. Should let people do whatever it is that they do. But you know what I'm saying? Ain't no next month. We might be friends next week. Might. He ain't that mad. I can drive all the way to Atlanta right now, pull up on him, and he ain't gonna act like he ain't gonna pull up on me. He will be willing to sit down with me and eat, and we talk and eat. Sheriff said you can't help yourself. I can help myself. The thing is, can you help yourself? Can the people around you help themselves? Somebody told Unc though about 3 weeks ago. I can go back and look at the message because I got it. That now man, I ain't none of y'all business. He know. He know. He even got in an argument with this person. And he ain't never had that and never talked to a person like that before and apologized to that person immediately. So he know. Man, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Sutek, I'll pick him up on the way. Y'all can burn one with them. I forgot that you in Atlanta. You should have came out. How y'all gonna be in Atlanta? We have an event and y'all don't come to the event. I ain't gonna talk about somebody who was supposed to be a part of it. I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody water heater busted and then they don't come to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? That would be too, me being messy, you know. But nah, man, for real though. back to the subject at hand, man. You know what I mean. I'm just trying to let people know, where I'm at. Um, but I ain't tripping on that. I don't care. You know, I know what to expect. I know my opponent. You got to remember, I studied this person for years. Every move, every tactic, every way they operate, to a degree that I know where their faults are and how I could get beyond their faults. Y'all ain't paid attention to dude that long, man. Y'all hearing him and like him talking and doing all of that. Nah, I was studying dude. The whole time y'all listening to him and hyping him up and rah-rah and all of that. And I'm studying dude, and he'll tell you that. He'll tell you the truth. He'll say that. I'm studying him. I'm studying him. I'm studying Wujawu. I'm studying Asar. I'm studying Smash. Like, my approach is totally different than everybody else's. That's why when I sat down, when I'm listening to Sheffrin and we having a conversation, the way that I'm carrying myself in that conversation is I'm carrying 5 different perspectives in one person, because I pulled from everybody that I extracted knowledge from and I put that together. I had time to do it. I didn't come in the community pseudorized. So I didn't have no pseudoisms to work out. I came in with the right shit. I know it's all, listen, Mika has a problem with me. And I don't reply to her or engage in her problem with me. So anytime someone got a problem with me, she joins the bandwagon of the people who got a problem with me. I hope it's a bus and not a bandwagon. I should be filling up buses now. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If I go in to a certain chat, that it'll be a bus full of people. And then they'll see me in public and then won't do shit. But back to this information, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all would rather keep that shit up, man, to deal with the actual information. And it's sad. But it also let me know, it let me know where people are in their lives. It let me know where people are in their development. It let me know where people are in their growth. Like, some people ain't really ready to have an actual conversation about a subject matter. I don't mind hashing stuff out. That's what I like to do. I don't pump fake on topics. People think that y'all still out here trying to get an aha moment on somebody. I can catch y'all up in everything on any rewind that y'all ever did in y'all life. I just don't do it. I just don't sit here and pull and pull one of those moves on people where I can go to every live stream and find y'all fucking up. I don't do that. And I don't tell people to not watch y'all. I tell people I don't watch y'all. I get video clips that I can play to show when my name comes up and what's said. So just because your name, Bobby, is in the title doesn't necessarily mean that you ain't over there talking about me, because you are. I just happen to put your name in the title. You didn't put my name in the title. You could have, but Sheffrin started the show after he done line little buddy up, and y'all just went live, and he just threw a topic up there. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I come up. That's how it go, and that's cool. If you think the Dogon knew about Series B, you pseudo as shit, and you still dancing around it. You don't know what I know. You don't know what I think. You have to prove that you understand what I understand. Until you have a command of what they do know or don't know, you pseudo as shit. Remember, I'm not the one who stood in front of a full audience and told them that I'm working out my pseudoisms. You did. So how could you make that? How could you make that assessment, right? How could you tell me that I'm pseudo as shit if I think anything when you the one who admitted that you're pseudo? Yeah, Priya, I know that they got some bloopers. Sheffrin just made a mistake on he made a mistake on the video earlier. Hey, you can call it whatever you want to, bro. I'm kicking some real facts. You might not agree with them. You might agree with some of them. You might agree with some of them, but you're not going to agree with everything. And I'm going to tell you what you're not going to agree with. You're not going to agree with anything that will compromise your position. So if I told you to read a book, you ain't going to agree with that. That compromises your position. If I tell you to go study more, you ain't going to do that. It's going to compromise your position. But if I tell you to go look at this 2-minute read from a response from somebody, you gonna go look at that because that's right up your alley. You got a TikTok attention span. That shit funny to me. TikTok attention span. Yeah. Good point, Queen Cheetah. I forgot all about your online persona since I'm joking on you right now. I forgot you a character, man. You get on YouTube and you play 6 different characters. You play a Christian, you play a Burb. I done took myself out laughing. You play a Christian, you play a Berber, you play a Arab, Afro-Asiatic, I I don't know all your characters. I don't know all your characters. I'm back. I just hit the button. I hit the button because I was laughing. Try to be too funny. You know, StreamYard, if you hit the wrong thing, man, it'll take you out. And my mouse, you know what I'm saying? If I swipe a certain way, it'll hit the back and it'll take me out the stream. He said he play a pseudo. That boy said I only call COVID because my phone 5G. That's facts. Hey, but nah. Listen. Yeah, he a singer. He a singer. He a lead singer, and he a lead and backup dancer. Don't forget, we put the video on showing, you know, Sheffrin in his element. The dude acts. He acts for real. That's why he say he a character, because he really do act. Remember, if y'all didn't watch his videos early on that he uploaded to his YouTube page, he got some acting things on his YouTube page as well as that. And he also can play instruments. So you can't take the away from the brother. Y'all might be joking and shit, but you can't take his skill set away from him, because there's some stuff that he do on his YouTube page that let you know that he's really into those things. And if he ever got an acting role in a movie or something like that, I'm pretty sure that he'll do well. And that's no cap. Like that ain't me trying to antagonize him or talk down on him. Like the brother talented, and he comedic too. He's funny as hell. Oh man, uh-oh. I don't know if we playing love or matchmaker right now, but ah man. Said Sheffrin mad at the Dogon because Queen and Zinga conversation. Probably so. I think that's what it is. He blowing off some steam. He blowing he blowing off some steam for the Queen and Zinga. But yeah, man. Look, so Y'all gotta leave me and Uncle alone, man. Let us work out our ignorances. You know what I'm saying? We'll work them out one day. It might not be any time soon because I'm being stubborn and I might not want to just talk to him right now. And I honestly admit that. But y'all gotta let us work that out. You can't add fuel to that fire. I'm a little disappointed in him for allowing some of that to happen, allowing some of the noise to actually creep into his mind and put himself in positions to where he'll be stupid enough to fall for that shit. He a grown man and he's still falling for kid shit. But that's just my perspective. He might think the same thing of me, but I ain't around people that's telling me not that's instigating. Everybody that's around me is always trying to push me to have the conversations and iron out the differences so that we can put it all behind us. And that's everybody that's around me. So uh you know what I mean? I can't speak on the other side like that. Outside the fact that there was other people that been in the loop and in certain conversations that extracted a lot of those things and actually really just told me what's up. So it is what it is. Um, but yeah, man, this will happen when we're not reading subjects. We just be all over the place. And if you're unwilling to learn the proper way, then why should we take you serious on the subject matter? The thing about all of this, it comes down to reading comprehension. I don't have a problem hashing out the Dogon issues because you really don't understand my position even after I've told you my position. And that in itself is a problem. However, and I told you I have some contentions with Grill, and I do. Even after reading the works and doing my own little research, I said that. I said me and Garfield wanted to have a show with Asar talking about the Pale Fox book a long time ago. Those are the things that I don't hide away from. Why I'm speaking of that about Garfield, let me bring this up real quick too, because he said that bullshit on the show. Talk about support. All right, Garfield brought 10 books. He brought 10 Spears of the Mossy books, volume 1, a year ago. However long ago it was when we dropped volume 1, it took him some months after we dropped volume 1, and then he bought 10 books live, and then he donated the books to 10 people in his audience, and we sent the books to those people. Me and him coordinated a way to send those books. After volume 1, Garfield didn't buy another book. So there's no volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. There's no Cocaine to Consciousness. There's no SARS-CoV-2. There's no Killmonger's Corner, volume 1 or volume 2. He ain't buy none of them. I'm speaking for myself in this instance. He ain't buy none of them. He did buy volume 1. That was it. But what he can't do is this. He can't go to his bookshelf and pull up my book, any one of my books, and do this. And this is what I was talking about. Yeah, he bought 10 books and he dedicated them books out, but he don't do this. He said I can come do a show on his channel. I ain't been there to do the show. So I guess maybe that's a communication part or a communication error on somebody's part. But he can't do this. That's all. Can you do this, Garfield? Can you grab my book and do this? Unc did it. Uncle took pictures with all the books. He didn't went everywhere and advertised the books, put them up, and did all that. Can you do it? Wujawu did it. Asar did it. What about you? See what I'm saying? See? I ain't say you didn't support a book. I said my book. Spears of the Mossy is a collection of books. That's the Kofi Pasai research team. So you did us a favor, the team a favor by purchasing the 10 books and then distributing them out to your people in your audience. But you didn't buy my books. Your son ain't got a coloring book. Yeah, y'all remember this? One night before bed. Why Amir ain't got this? I know Amir like the color. I know Amir would love to learn a little bit about Africa, answer a couple of questions, test his comprehension, right? Keyword comprehension. I know Amir would love that. But his daddy bullshitting. Queen Cheetah ain't support my book either. She's just in the chat. She ain't got this book. It's a book that I got that Queen Cheetah ain't got. She ain't got this book. Her daughter vaccinated, but she ain't got this book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why she ain't got it. She act like she was going, you ain't got this book. You ain't got this book. You asked me for the link the other day. You ain't got this book. Don't lie. Don't sit up there. Who you get the book from? Show me a picture of the book. Yeah, exactly. Straight cap. Now you got them other books though. You do have them other books. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got them other books. You just ain't got that red book. The other books you do get. But it's still, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to promote literacy for a reason, because we don't want to end up with a bunch of Sheffrins and Concrete Corys and Kents. We don't want to end up with a bunch of Sosas. We don't. Arguing J-Star articles, not vetting the sources, not cross-referencing, not reading both sides of the argument, only reading one side of the argument and coming up with a faulty conclusion. We don't need no more Bobbies. If that's how Bobby gonna behave, we don't need that nigga either. He need to retire. He ain't acting like himself any goddamn way. You ain't ordered nothing. Don't make me go on here and look. I'm calling your ass out because you on this live stream and you talking junk in the chat. Boy, y'all in there, y'all tripping me out. Yeah, so you know what I mean. The truth is the truth. Like people think that like I'm joking about some stuff. It's a lot of stuff I ain't joking about. It's some stuff I do joke about, but man, I'm serious about my people literacy level. That's what we wrote books for. You know what I'm saying? Now I could have handled Uncle a different way, and that's the truth. I could have, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe I had my intentions. I don't know what his intentions was, but maybe I had my intentions. But because other people don't know where I'm at in this situation or what he actually said or did in my direction, right? Um, that leads y'all to believe whatever it is that y'all believe, and it's unfortunate. But I ain't no gossiping ass person when it come down to something between me and somebody else that I have a relationship with. So I don't put that on Front Street. I might talk crazy or say a whole bunch of other stuff. And even the video that I did on this same channel where I was just ranting and saying all stuff, that's all it is. It's just a rant. Some of it has some elements of things in there, and some of it was just me ranting. So I'm glad that he had his opportunity to go on a ranting tour from the Dagger Squad to the pseudo killers and wherever else he gonna go and rant. And he listening, he just ain't commenting. He tuned in. He ain't not gonna watch. Cause if Sheffrin here, cause he waiting to see if Sheffrin go get on, and if Sheffrin get on, he gonna comment. Just like his other folk cronies. They waiting. They've been waiting all this time. Oh, okay. You sure? You sure he ain't did nothing? You know, huh? You know for certain. You gonna make me call you out on that. Create a sucker bit. Man, I got a whole nother word for y'all, by the way. I want to show y'all what Sheffrin them be doing. And I'm saying Sheffrin them because I'm saying the pseudo killers in general. Minus minus CK. I'm taking her out of everything. When I and Vance. Minus CK and Vance. The rest of them niggas, they all on the same bullshit. But CK and Vance, they on some different shit. So, misology is defined as the hatred of reasoning, the revulsion or distrust of logical debate, argumentation, or Socratic method. This is what they be doing over there. They got a hatred for reasoning. Yeah. Y'all got a hatred for reasoning over there. Be the first one talking logic. They got to get permission. Oh, yeah. They got to get permission from Unc to come on the show. My bad. If he don't grant them permission, they can't bust a move. Nope, she ain't got nothing to do with this man. Oh, okay. I'll be crazy. I'm glad you know, bro. I'm glad you know. I'm glad you was involved in all those other conversations that he been having with all those other people. This man ain't talked to not. Let me stop. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind. Only thing that I ain't like about Garfield show today, um, I didn't mind people expressing themselves, but they don't even know what the fuck going on. So what use does it make for y'all to sit on the panel and express yourselves and talk about some shit y'all ain't know? You know what I'm saying? It's different when you're in it and you know what's going on. Like if that was a panel, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna run down some names to people. So if that was a panel to people that Bobby reached out to and people that's on in Kofi Pasi research team or in the Mossy that was on the panel and they having a conversation, that would be a warranted, that would be a group discussion because they're going to know elements and they're going to be able to speak to those elements. None of the people that have been actively engaged in the conversation between the conversation, the issue, and the problem, none of those people was on there. The Sheffrin, no offense to you at all, but none of the pseudo killers know what the fuck going on. None of them at all. None. Zero. Yeah, y'all are fucking out of the loop. Y'all don't even know. Okay. You said he ain't talking to nobody about me? So, I can show you I could demonstrate that. I can demonstrate that he is. Actually, I probably can get Queen Cheetah to tell you that he's talking to people about me. I can get her to attest to that because she might know some of the people directly. What up, Damo? You just ain't gonna never give me to show my hand. You can talk all the junk you want to. You just won't give me to show my hand because, like I said, some of the conversations ain't for you. My team know who we been talking to. They seen the screenshots. Yeah, medication. Nigga, I don't take no pills. I don't get high. I don't drink. I'm sane. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I ain't y'all. I ain't gotta run from reality. I meet reality head on. Whatever I do with a clear mind. I don't hide behind nobody and I don't need no crew. I stand on my own too. You hear them bars? Just drop some bars on y'all. But I know you just talking shit though, show. So I ain't bothered by it. I know when you talking shit too. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I just don't want you to harm yourself by saying too much and then you put yourself into a trap like you did today with the whole Potolo situation. You was way out of your league. You don't know the Dogon language. Why would you even talk about that language, bro? You could have just moved on from whatever Buddy said. They screen recorded your ass quick. They hit you with the screen record, save, and then Buddy copied and paste the sources up under the video. He hit you with that quick. He was on the spot with it. He was like lined up. You don't. You don't know it. What's that word for wind in the Dogon language? What's the word for? Oh, speaking of that, hold on, real quick. Since you know so much, right? I only put 3 books up, but wait, there's more. Or did I trash that? Nope. I sent it to Chavis. Yep, I sent it to Chavis. Let me go on my email where I sent you this book, Chav. Yep. I mean, I don't care if people know. Shoot, we on the same side. I'm gonna make sure you get that homework all day long. I ain't gonna let you be short-handed. I ain't like the mother butters. See, we got the grammar book. Let me put it on the screen. See, we get into the language. Sheffrin don't know none of them words, man. Sheffrin capping. I don't know why. Yeah. Yep, he do call everybody. He called everybody around me. Every single person around me. To a point that the people around me kept saying, don't bring my name up to him. Now, a grammar of the Dogon of Beni Benti. Come on, man. We got a couple of these books, bruh. You don't know nothing about the Dogon language, bruh. You don't know nothing about Benti. You don't know nothing about none of this stuff. Look at that field work. Come on, man. You be capping. You ain't studying like you ain't studying, bro. You is a and ain't nothing wrong with it because you know you got to start somewhere. You is a Google student. I ain't calling you ain't no scholar. You a Google student. If you can't find it on Google, you ain't gonna waste your time. That's how you gotta do, Chevron. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put him in his place. Look at that. The language, adjectives. conjunctions, verbs, proverbs, you know what I mean? Bisyllable, trisyllables. Come on, man. Reflections. All that in this book, bro. Like, we ain't playing. We ain't playing, man. Like I said, we're willing to do more work than y'all are on the subject matter. All y'all gonna do is just talk shit and entertain y'all audience with ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And it work on slow people. Some of that shit y'all do work on slow people. He do got Sutek number. I got everybody on the Masi and Kofi Pasa research team number, and people that look up to him as his students. He got some of their numbers too. But I just told y'all, man, Sheffrin's sleeping, man. He sleepy. He just talking shit. He sleeping. You know what I'm saying? I gotta leave that man alone, man. This past his bedtime. But anyway, man, like I was saying, we're just willing to do that work. Like, that's the standard. He said he blocked. No, he didn't. He didn't block them because how can he block some people that he's still calling? He called Chavis. He called Chavis today. He called Chavis yesterday. He called Chavis 3 times yesterday, all behind me. He talked to Kofi yesterday about me. I can tell you how many people he talked to yesterday, and if I came up in their conversations because they told me. That's what I'm saying. So he got all on Garfield stuff and got the capping. That was cute. Sheffrin, you ain't got no money. You just told us you was broke on the SSU channel, bro. You just told us you were broke, bro. Come on, man. But look, man, that's the end of this. You know what I'm saying? All the fuss is bullshit. So that's the truth about what all the fuss is about is bullshit. People gotta let me and Bobby deal with me and Bobby issues and keep their ass away from that. Just keep on arguing the other stuff. Let me and Bobby work through all of that. I don't mind y'all talking junk or doing your live streams and y'all talking about the Dogon or Fukiao or anything African in that nature and saying the things that you're saying. I don't mind any of that. Cedric, I don't mind you saying half the things that you actually say. The only thing that I just disagree with you on, and I really haven't really fully addressed you, is that despite the fact that I know that you're cheerleading, know what the fuck you're talking about before you open your mouth in my direction. That's why I said what I said to you, and you cussed me out, and it never changed the topic. It never changed because it had nothing to do with you. Yet you had so much to say, and I don't know how you can have so much to say about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you at all. That man can stand on his own too. Fuck he need you for? Some attention? What? That's be the only other thing I can think of. I know he don't like me. So your contributions regarding me and Unc are unwarranted. We don't need them. Just focus on the shit that y'all focus on. If I can argue with the rest of y'all about information, ain't no problem. Just don't butt in our bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't instigate our bullshit, fellas. It has nothing to do with you. Mind your goddamn business and let us work our shit out. If we work it out or we don't work it out. If we don't work it out, then we know we will mutually agree to where we are with each other. Okay. That ain't the end of the world. Y'all still gonna be on y'all channel talking shit, and I'm still gonna be teaching. You might be in front of more people. I might be in front of the same audience. I don't know. It don't matter. It's still gonna be me going live and doing what I'm gonna do, but it is not gonna change the mission. The mission is STEM. The mission is the children. So ultimately, I don't care nothing about that. And the funny part is, The man kids watch my show. I don't know if y'all can say the same. The man kids are subscribe to my channel and watch my show. Can y'all say that? I ain't think so. So, with that being said, let us work our shit out. We both was just talking shit. We both was throwing blows. I hit him a little bit harder. He thought he hit me harder, but you know what I'm saying? It didn't have no bounce back here. It is what it is. When I'm in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Sheffrin gonna give me a lineup. He gonna keep my skin fade tight. My little bald head, you know what I'm saying? Receding hairline. He gonna take care of that when I'm in Baltimore. Cause I ain't gonna be in his city and not go pay him no visit. Rather we arguing, cussing each other out. I'm still, you know what I mean? I touch down. Is two things I'm gonna do is pull up on him and go eat with him. And whatever else come behind that is what it's gonna be. Whether he want to do it or not, he ain't got no choice because I'm gonna force it on him. I ain't tripping. Cause I know he being a character. I know where he at now. I fully understand where he at. Plus, I don't have no ill content with him. Not Sheffrin. I think he dumb, yeah. I don't think he's, I might call him stupid, but I don't think he like really stupid. You know what I'm saying? He be acting stupid. He be acting dumb. That I do think. But that's just me. You know, that ain't gonna stop me from sitting down and breaking bread with the dude to get to know the dude. Cause he might be a little bit different, you know what I mean, when I pull up on him. You feel me? When I apply pressure while I'm in B more. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pull out his dark side. Remember, he told us he got that dark side. Y'all don't want to see him like that. You know what I mean? I want to see Sheffrin with that little with that Dave Chappelle hat, that one that Dave Chappelle be wearing. They got that little button on the brim right there where you can open up and look like them 80s hats. You know what I'm saying? And his bubble vest jacket and his long sleeve shirt rolled up to his elbows with his corduroys on and Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, I appreciate everybody tapping into this bullshit, man. The fuss is just that, it's bullshit. People will work out the differences one way or the other. I dealt with a lot of what we got going on in the subject matter. Will Chavis be able to make a solid argument regarding the Dogon? Absolutely. Are the waters muddy? Absolutely. I think some people muddied the hell out of the waters and tried to complicate the conversation because they couldn't focus on the information. And they had too many bitch sessions on their channels and not focused on building. And like I said, if y'all are people who act like y'all ain't like teachers, there's a crowd of people. There's over 100 and something people that tune into y'all shows to learn, to be taught. So indirectly, you are teachers, whether you want to agree with that assessment or not. You're teachers, and to be honest, you ain't on your shit. Y'all are failing us. Y'all failing us with y'all bullshit. And that's the problem that I have overall with y'all as a collective. Y'all fail us with y'all bullshit because you got more people tuned in to y'all because y'all with the shenanigans and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, y'all ain't really truly about teaching the people. Y'all about disabusing yourselves as y'all pseudoisms and shooting the shit. And then argue with me and I ain't even there. Or Chavis, he ain't there either. Or throwing shade at Kofi, but then rejecting it and taking it back when he called y'all on the phone to talk to y'all and y'all act like y'all wasn't talking about Kofi that y'all was directing at me and they would be me and Chavis or Sutek. You know, that fake shit. Yeah, called y'all on that shit. So look, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I did try to provide some information in this particular conversation, show y'all where our brothers is going wrong at, and how they're making many mistakes and the reason why they need to read, why they're sitting there acting like they don't need to read. They really need to read because they don't understand, one, how to identify claims, two, what other people are insinuating, three, what that position is that those people are taking. So they still got a lot of work to do. So outside of disabusing themselves from their pseudoisms, they need to work on their research methodology and get their goddamn reading comprehension up so they can be able to move the needle forward. You call yourselves pseudo killers, but y'all really ain't killed no pseudos. You can't name one pseudo that you actually killed. You talking about somebody in the chat that you just basically went against and they little one source that they actually had, that ain't killing a pseudo. That ain't slaying shit. Y'all need to change y'all name too. Too legit.